Welcome back dear students. In this video, we are going to learn lesson number 14, elements, compounds and mixtures. Before we start, let's recall certain things. I am sure you all of them must be knowing that what is matter, isn't it? And there are how many different states of matter, because you have learned all these things in your previous classes. There are three different states of matter. They are solid, liquid and gaseous. Do you know what are the properties of matter? Matter have mass and matter occupies space. Even in your previous lesson, I think lesson number 3, you have learned about all these things. Experiments and everything is given. Even in previous class also you have learned. Okay. But here we are going to learn in detail about elements, compounds and mixtures. Now let's learn about matter. Different objects are made up of matter. The matter may be in the solid, liquid or gaseous states, but the properties are due to the matter by which they are made. Example, chalk is in solid form, ink is in liquid and perfume is in gaseous state. The color of a chalk, the blue color of ink, the fragrance of a perfume are the properties of their matter which remain unchanged. We say that an object is made of a certain substance. The term matter is also used as a synonym of substance. In scientific language, however, a single term is used for a single concept, and that which an object is made of is called matter. Now in your textbook on page number 92, try this part. Few questions are asked. Okay, like take a piece of chalk and keep on dividing it into smaller pieces. What will happen? When a chalk piece is divided into smaller and smaller pieces, it is ultimately turns into powder form. Next is, wipe a drop of ink with a handkerchief. What effect does it have on the cloth of the handkerchief? The handkerchief absorbs the ink. Hence, there is a spot of ink seen on the handkerchief. Then what happens when the lid of a bottle of perfume is opened? The fragrance of perfume will spread everywhere, isn't it? These are the very simple things which you observe and which you can personally do and see that whatever the changes are taking place. Okay. It is the matter present in various things in solid, liquid or gaseous states that is responsible for their properties. Even though they are divided into small particles, their properties due to the matter present in them remain the same. The properties such as the white color of a chalk, the blue color of ink, the fragrance of a perfume are the properties of the matter of which each of them is made. Perform an activity given on the textbook page number 93 and understand the characteristics of the matter. In the try this part, you can see there are two questions given, like fill a glass of water up to the brim, drop a small stone in it, what happens? Then take a balance, place a small stone in one pan and a big stone in the other. Which pan goes down? Why? Which properties of matter can you tell from the above activities? From this, we can come to the conclusion that objects have mass and mass can be measured with the help of devices like the common balance. Also, they occupy space. They acquire both these properties from the matter that they are made of. In other words, mass and volume are two important properties of matter. Many kinds of matter found in nature are in pure form. That is, they contain only one constituent. In scientific language, matter made up of only one constituent is called substance. For example, gold, diamond, water, chalk. Other kinds of matter are made of two or more substances. They are called mixtures. Many kinds of matter contain only one constituent. These are found in pure form in the nature. Matter made of only one constituent is called substance. For example, gold, diamond, water, chalk. At the same way, matter made of two or more substances are called mixtures. So you understood the difference? That matter made of only one constituent is called substance and matter made of two or more substances are called mixtures. Next is element. What are elements? An element is a pure substance that cannot be broken down into any other substances. Each element can be identified by its specific physical and chemical properties. Each element is represented by a 1 or 2 letter symbol. For example, carbon C, oxygen O, hydrogen H, aluminium Al. Elements are made of particles called atoms. Elements have different properties because their atoms are different. The smallest particles of substances are molecules. Now let's see one activity. Take water in a teapot and cover it. Heat the water to a boil. What do you see on the inside of the lid? Since the water in the teapot is boiling, the steam will come out of it. This steam is gathered on the inner side of the lid. This again gets condensed and forms water droplets. Next is fill water in a spray pump. Spray the water and observe the spray. When water is filled in a spray pump and sprayed, one can see mist of water jet containing very small water droplets. The element cannot be decomposed further to obtain different substances, and a substance whose molecules are made of exactly alike one or more atoms are called element. The smallest particles of elements are made of only one type of atoms. Atoms cannot be seen with the naked eyes, but when crores of atoms come together, they form volume large enough to be visible to our eyes. The mass and volume of atoms of different elements are different. Some important natural elements are hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, iron, mercury, copper, etc. Oxygen is in the gaseous state and in molecular state in the nature. Two atoms of oxygen are joined to form a molecule of oxygen. Elements can occur in solid, liquid or gaseous state. Atoms and molecules cannot be seen with the naked eyes. Observe the table shown on the screen. Names of some elements and their symbols are given. You have to read it carefully and note down it properly in your classwork. Elements are generally classified into metals and non-metals. Non-metals, the elements which lack the properties such as malleability, ductility, conductivity of heat and electricity, density, luster and sonority are called non-metals. Example, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. Next, metals. The elements which show all the above properties are called metals. Example, iron, copper, gold, silver. Metalloids. The elements having some properties of metals and some properties of non-metals are called metalloids. Example, arsenic, silicon, selenium are examples of metalloids. Some metals cannot be used in their pure form. In such case, the properties of the original metal are modified by mixing one or more elements in it. This type of a mixture of metals is called an alloy. Example, brass, steel, 22 karat gold, etc. Observe the table shown on the screen. Difference between elements, compounds and mixtures are given. You have to read it and write it in your classwork. The substance formed by a chemical combination of two or more elements is a compound. If the atoms in the molecule are of different types, then compound is formed. Example, water. In one molecule of water, there are two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. Can you tell which element helps combustion? Oxygen helps in combustion. Does water help combustion? No. In fact, water stops the combustion. The properties of a compound are different from those of the constituent elements. Example, hydrogen is combustible and it can burn. Oxygen supports combustion. But in water, even if these both atoms are present, water does not support combustion. Next is molecular formula. A molecular formula of a compound is a short form of its name written with the help of the symbols of the constituent elements and the number of their respective atoms. And this already I have explained to you by showing the table. Okay, and by mixing different elements or compounds, a mixture is formed. There is no fixed proportion of various components in a mixture. While preparing the mixture, no chemical change takes place and no new substance is formed. So in this way, we learnt about elements, compounds and mixture. In the next part of this video, we shall learn about separation of substances. Till then, read the lesson carefully, study well and take care.